Oh my god, why is everybody fucking hurt?
Take the baseline out. Baby, baby. Bumping some of the hottest shit you've ever seen. You know me well. I'm on my podcast, so say hi.
Hi.
Talk right in here. Look.
What's going on?
Tell them 2 things that I get on your nerves about.
2 things?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit.
Okay. Love you. What you doing? My 2 favorite women in the whole wide world. Oh shit. I bet you'd be happy when I come back down with this done. Now, since you're ignoring me now.
Muscle cramps and shit.
I said my 2 favorite women. On my podcast show, I said my 2 favorite women right here, right next to me. You didn't hear me? We get. Ah, shit, let's get that talk show on. Let's go.
Get the fuck out of here. That's a loss, bruh.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
game.
All right. Max, you read the topic yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, man, would you care to share the topic? The title?
Let's talk top dogs by position.
Let's talk, baby. Let's talk about it. Gremlins 2-game losing streak. Oh shit, bro. Hey, I was on a 2-game losing streak. I know the feeling, my boy. I definitely know the feeling. Right now, we're dealing with. Hold up. Didn't Haroldberger say something in the chat?
You don't know who you play.
I don't even know who he play.
Yeah.
But yet the Titans hit him how many times?
At least twice, I think I saw.
Who I played. Ravens lost my phone. Not sure if they reached out. Yeah, the Titans did. Let me just clear this up. Blow this shit up real fast. That's nano. Niggas put trophies next to their name. I forgot. When we start doing that again. Okay. Alright, practice.
I think that's my fault, but don't give it up.
We play the Titans.
Baby!
Reached out last night
Good shit, Bo.
and today.
He just ain't checked the chat.
Yeah, man, listen, bro. You know how that shit go. Motherfuckers, boy, and nothing changed but the day and the date. What's wrong? Oh yeah, and the time changed too. That's it. Other than that, niggas is still the same, cuz. Still the same. But what I do know is if I come out of here and go back in here, we know the Bills and the Patriots are locked in right now. What's that score over there, Nana?
21-17, I'm up.
Alright. Rams, Falcons, nothing's doing. We got the Steelers, Bengals also away right now. 49ers, Raiders. They look like they was playing. I don't know if they in game. Yo, Rob, can you find out if your cousin and the 49ers still playing or they tried to play or like what's the
Who's the away
situation?
game?
Ray home. The 49ers is away.
I don't see Drew streaming. Drew usually streams. Usually, always.
Yeah, so that shit probably dropped or something. We'll figure it out. Hit the league.
Come on, man.
It's almost done. We waiting on Nano late game.
Come on, baby.
All right. So today's topic is let's talk about top players by position again. We want to get into that conversation all the time.
Yeah, what happened with you in the 49er game?
No, we played it. He whooped my ass, but
Oh no.
Realest shit.
Okay.
Realest shit I ever heard.
For sure.
That nigga
Alright, we
said
just
he
wanted to know.
was
Alright. You know you play me and King Madden next, so just be on standby. Alright, bro.
Realest shit I ever
Yeah.
heard.
He
So
whooped
what
my
he
ass. I'm pulled the plug with 4 seconds left. Lord
his son?
Jesus.
Yeah, he did hit me. The Niners did tell me that.
Yeah.
Now wait, did the Niners want the first win or are you giving it to the Raiders?
Yeah, nah, you taking the first one.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's get into it. So Max, man, it's the first season of Real Draft. You still got, your Game of Thrones rosters and the mixture of the Real Draft dandies right now. Through 11 weeks of football, I'm gonna ask you this: through 11 weeks of football, is there some diaper dandies that flat out stand out to you?
kind of the same ones in a sense. Offensively, Zeus, Ritter, um, uh, who else? What kind of think of off the top of the head? Isaac
I
Taylor
think I
Stewart.
think De'Aaron King playing pretty well right now too. Not
I
so.
was about to say I was about to say De'Eric's not playing bad. There's another receiver
We're,
I'm missing.
we're gonna have
Bell.
you got Bell for the Broncos. We're gonna have the diaper dandy talk. That's my favorite subject. But we also want to
Give me
talk
that.
about the
Give me that shit.
conversation from yesterday. And he about to get muted for real. We about to have this
Muted. Get
conversation.
muted.
Yeah, let him focus on his game, bro. Let's mute him until he's done. Nano, just text me when your game over. We don't want you to get out of your bag right now. You black Nano right now. That mean you winning. All right, let's mute him. Get him off the chat now. We want to discuss yesterday's conversation, man. It started 2 days ago with me and Falk, but this is going to be a big topic today, man. I think the GOAT, man, King Falk says that he doesn't think he's tired of this shit. That the NFC East isn't
Um,
the best division in football in our league right now. And he made some references, and he's pissed off because he's been gambling and betting on Rob. Mr. Rob's here right now too. He's on chat, so now he's in his conversation because he wasn't able to be in it yesterday. So he's been gambling and betting on Rob draft picks right now. The first situation was the Eagles will win the division. They bet a third for that. Then Snake got an attitude about that when they was arguing and all types of shit was going on. And then Snake boldly told Rob that he was going to put 50 on him. And Falk said, bet that. That's bullshit. They bet a fourth on that. So obviously Falk lost the fourth, but he didn't lose the third yet because, the Eagles and the Giants are actually fighting for their division right now. But he lost the fourth round pick because Snake did put 50 points on the Eagles in their last matchup, which started the debate that the NFC East, we just keep saying they the best division because they're the most active division. They're not the best division though in football. And I think he kind of went towards the AFC East, but then there's a lonely team over there that's kind of in the way of, because of the activity of the NFC East. You can't have a conversation as best division if all four aren't actively playing, all the time. So I think, it goes back to, all four in the NFC East are very active, right? All of them have had playoff runs, successfulness. We got a Super Bowl champion out of the NFC East. That was Snake's argument yesterday. And then Falk made a comment and said, if you took the Dolphins, young Camden, out of the AFC East and put him in the NFC East, and if you took Hitter or Rob out of the NFC East and put them in the AFC East, would they win that division or dominate in a sense? So it started with if you put Hitter in the AFC and replace the Jets and put Hitter over there with Nano, Hoodie, and Young Camden, would anything change? Could Hitter win that division? So my argument was when they said if you put Young Camden in NFC East, could he win that division? I said that I think he will go back and forth with Max on the division. Max, what was your response to that?
I don't think so.
Then I said he would consistently at least come in second place in that division.
And then I
Consistently.
agreed.
And Snake had a problem with that. And I'm like,
Yes,
I
I
didn't
agreed.
say Snake couldn't still do what
Yeah.
he's doing over there. I'm just saying, I think if you put Young Camden in that division, me personally, I think he wins the division. With Young Camden over there, I'm not sure if you win this shit 6 times, 7 times, shit like that, bro. I don't think that happens. 6 out of 7 of seasons, you win it. Not taking
I
nothing
don't
away
think it'd
from
be.
you. I just
Nah,
think
I don't
y'all
know if
two
it'd be
playing each
6 out of
other.
7.
Remember, y'all play from playing once every like 3 seasons versus twice a season changes things. And it changes for both of y'all because you get to familiar with him, he get familiar with you. Y'all, you know what I mean? It's harder to play when you already, have a great way of how you attack situations now. Like you are, the guy we make fun of it, but your style is preparation. You're one of the most prep players we have in our league right now, and that's yours. Can't nobody take that away from you. That's something you came in doing. You brought sense of real life, football to the game by being able to always have a idea what your opponents like to do. But when you playing somebody twice a year, anything's liable to happen. I think that's why you got a lot of parity through y'all division right now with guys. But Falk was pissed off. He wanted to say some things yesterday, and so I asked you, Rob, how did that make you feel in the game against the Cowboys when you on headset listening to him disrespect you like that, and then he was able to do it? What happened in that game? What did that make you
Like,
feel like
he'll
after
tell
that
you,
game?
yo, game me, bro. But there was some faulty. There was a lot of bullshit going on in that game. Like, and by the third quarter, like I said, I tapped out, bro. Like, sometimes Mad can get to you in a way that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't really get to you.
I
Like,
know. I
I could have
definitely know
stayed
how you feel.
composed. And I should have, because, like, the first half was a tight game. Like, even Snake will tell you, shit didn't get out of hand till the fourth quarter, and by that time, I ain't give a fuck no more. Like, the game was not out of reach. He just kept throwing the ball, and at that point, I didn't care enough to stop it.
Okay.
Which, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, him gloating about that shit, it made me laugh a little bit, but it is what it
Because he
is. Like,
said the reason why he felt that way is because you shouldn't have won the first game, is what he was saying. So, like, he's sticking his chest out right now. And I think that's where, here's what I'm going to say. When a guy gamble on another guy in your division like that, and Falk always seems to get himself in these situations, but he gambled on you. And I think Snake was the only one to really take that personal. I don't think Max really cared that Falk
yeah.
gambled on you, but I think Snake took that personal.
And you know what? The irony about that shit is Max is the one in the division to beat, bro. But everybody else in this fucking
That's
division,
why
we
I
fighting
didn't
for
give a
second
fuck. Y'all
place.
niggas
So
is
it's
funny
like,
as shit.
bro, what is
But the bet, I
you
mean,
taking this shit
well,
personal? You
the
betting and
first
shit
bet,
like, what
the
we
first
betting for
bet.
second place? I'm not content with second place, bro. I want to win the division.
But
Right.
that's why I
Like,
said the
I
first
don't
bet wasn't. The first bet's not a
like.
bad bet to win the division
I
for the
mean,
third. It's just the
yeah,
fact that
yeah.
the fact that
That first
he.
one was worthy. It was the fact that he was like, oh, I'm gonna put 50 up
I
on
just
Rob.
think
Now
I
Rob's the
just.
one to beat. I'm your Super Bowl now. You got hang 50 on me. If that will get you out, because you lost the very fucking next week to fucking Mike. No shade to Mike, but you lost the next week to Mike.
Get
Mm-mm-mm.
him.
Like,
Get him.
that's all I gotta say, bro. Like, I just want to win the division, bro. I'm not satisfied until I win the division, bro. Everything else is irrelevant to me. He can
So
have that 52 points or whatever.
do you take offense that Snake took the third round bet to win for you to not win the division?
No, I
Or
don't
do
take
you
none of that
feel
shit
like
personal. I take the little like everybody got a tendency to throw a little shade my way and shit like that. Like I just come in fourth place all the time and shit like that. That's the shit I take shade to.
Everybody?
Like nigga, bro. Everybody took like not hit ain't took a shot, but like Max even took a shot a couple times.
I've
Like
taken a shot before, but I mean
where they discredit me and shit like that.
they're
Like
friendly
I'm just like
shots.
irrelevant. But
They're
you
all
know what I'm saying?
friendly
It's
shots.
I mean it is, but it's a shot nonetheless.
Ain't
Like
no
and I
shot
just be like
friendly.
nigga,
Fuck
I'm
that.
not
Hold on, let's
like.
stop that right there. Ain't no shot friendly. I don't give a fuck how
There's
cool you is with somebody. Ain't no shot. You taking a
there's
shot.
motivational
If you
there's
taking a shot,
motivational shots.
it's direct motherfucking disrespecting that. There's no friendliness
Okay,
in the shot,
Mhm.
bro.
so is that the same go ahead for any real talk shot that you've taken to quote unquote motivate somebody?
Yep. I'm taking a shot. Flat out. Ain't nothing changing about that. If
Mhm.
I take a shot at you and you hear me go pow pow, pew pew, anything like that, I'm talking shit and I'm directly talking disrespectfully to you. Like what the fuck? Now, it's the difference between me giving advice versus taking a shot. So I just don't think there's, an opportunity to be friendly with a shot. You could be good friends and still take a shot at your friend, but it's
Right.
a
I mean,
shot. That shit ain't no
shit, look
like,
at
you know
me
what I
and
I
mean?
Craig. Like,
feel
we
you.
cousins and Craig take shots. Like, me and Craig, we
All
cousins. He
day
still take
long.
shots, like,
All
all
day
day
long.
long. And it's cool. Like, that's the shit that, you know what I'm saying, that shit crawl up under my skin a little bit because I'm like, man, come on, y'all talking to me like I'm a fucking slouch or some shit. Like, I just come in fourth place all the
I
fucking
guess
time.
I guess
When
just
really,
in the
in
same.
all reality, I only finished fourth place in this division probably once, and that was on some fluke shit. But it was, like, either way it go, like, from the Cowboys to the Eagles to the fucking Commanders, like, we all compete for second place, and at some point, that shit can't be good enough for
Well,
none of us.
the way Snake confident is right now, because after he lost to Mike, he told him he was gonna put 80 on him next time they play, right? So
Well,
his
when's that
confidence
going to
sky
happen,
high,
though? Like,
right? So my question to
yeah.
you, Rob, is he just to be able to like the way he
He
talking
put
to
the
feel like he's the second best player in y'all division.
I mean, he put the points up, so I can't say he's not just. I mean, but at the same time, like, yeah, all right. You think that shit gonna happen consistently? You gonna hold hang 50 on me consistently, bro? Like, not running the ball, that's not what you gonna do. You got a lot of jump balls to go your way. Like, he got a fucking catch on 3 defenders and broke through that shit truck sticking. Like, a lot of shit had to go Snake's way for him to hang that 50 up in battle fourth quarter. I just didn't care no more. But you know, it is what it is. Like he hung the 50 up, so that's where we stand right now. Like, there is no way around that shit.
So,
But
Rob, let me ask you: do you feel like there's another division that's actually as competitive as the NFC East?
It's a different. You guys stop
competitive,
changing your words, bro. Competitive.
yeah,
Bottom line is
competitive
the
is like,
NFC East, the
nah.
best
Okay,
division in
best,
football.
but okay, within the category of best, what are you gonna talk about? Competitiveness,
You
Nah,
activeness, and
gotta,
what else?
you gotta give it
no
to,
division is more active than y'all or competitive than
yeah.
y'all at
But
all.
you
You
gotta
can't.
So,
give it. I'm sorry, you gotta give it to Nano's division because they're always like they're always I mean, there's no consistent first place. Like, I gotta give them to them. Like, I mean, that's just where it is right now. Like, you look at everybody's division, nobody else flip flops like their division.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, even with
that
Hoodie talking
makes a
about he
lot of
gonna hang
sense.
50 up on the
I
Dolphins,
won't
like,
argue that. I won't argue that.
you know what I'm saying? And when 50 said, and when the difference between Hoodie said he gonna hang that shit up on the Dolphins, like, he ain't hang it up, but he damn sure trucking tried to air that shit the fuck out to do it. Like, and I mean, at the end of the day, like, all our shit's friendly rivalries like that. We all be in chat and chit chatting and laughing it the fuck up, but like I said, I got one goal, man. I gotta win the fucking division, try to make a deep run in the playoffs because I still ain't got a playoff one for real that counts. So I'm thinking bigger than just a 50 burger. Like, it is what it is. He got it. It's the small victories for some people.
So do you feel like he feel like was that like a Super Bowl or something in your opinion? Like how you feel about you know what I
The way
mean
he was
the
talking,
way
I know it ain't the Super Bowl, like, but the
because the
way he was
bet.
talking about it, like the way he jumped in chat, like nobody even like folks didn't even acknowledge it either. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, the
Is
way he
he
hopped in chat to put that shit like, oh, 50 burger. I thought that
it,
shit was cute.
now
Like, that shit.
Look, now Snake lost last night. I don't think we've seen him or heard him in the chat yet since that
He
loss.
came. He came back late. He came back late
Yeah, he
last
came back
night.
late. He was back in the
Yeah,
chat like
he
what,
came
11,
back late,
11? Yeah, right before
like
I got
11
off.
something. You had stepped off for a second, but it was real brief. But it wasn't anything about the game. I think after we got
Nah,
the. But that's because Rob missed the post game interview. Me and Ant had front row seats to the post game interview. Shit got real
yeah.
disrespectful. It was
I didn't even hear that. See, yeah.
Yeah,
oh man,
I
that
hit you
shit
to
was
come
funny.
over because it was going down. They was arguing like a
That
motherfucker,
shit
like
was
you motherfucker
funny.
say.
Oh man. Oh my god.
That shit wild. Like, for him to be like, he's talking like he's Max or something. Like, the only person I had trouble beating in this division is fucking Max. Like, I have no trouble beating no one else in this division. And the only thing I had trouble beating Max because he know my tendencies. The minute I switch shit up, bro, like, it can go any way. Like, but it is what it is. Like, I
Hey,
can't, like, there's not too
shout
much I
out
can
to
say.
Mike, man, for talking that work, man, and trying to
I watched that game with
show up.
Mike. I watched that game with all fucking bro. Look, Mike, I
All
never
right,
been a bigger cheerleader in my life, bro.
so let me ask you this: the argument started with Snake saying Madden bailed him out. Mike took offense to that shit. You know what I mean? Like
It's
bad,
an
like
I
offensive
damn.
mean,
comment. That's an
you can
It
offensive
say
is,
man
comment.
bailed
man.
him out against me.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
it's an
saying?
offensive comment. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
look, at the end of the day, man bails a lot of people out, bro. This at the end of the day, it's a game. It's glitzy as fuck. Like, shit happens. Like, not every game's gonna be a straight dominant fest. Sometimes you get shit to go your way. Sometimes you get a fucking hit stick fumble and you return it with a D line, man. hurling over a fucking quarterback and running past 5 different receivers.
Hey,
Sometimes shit just fucking happen, bro. Like it's man, bro. It is what it is, bro. Like it is what, bro. Shit got disrespectful. I missed it. I'm glad I did miss it because I don't take the disrespect real well, bro.
So like let's talk about your mindset after that game. What course are you on? Is that a setback for you? Is that
No, because at the end of the day, I'm still on track. Me and Max got the same record right now. We gotta play again. It's the division for me. Like that's going to say my season's a success or a failure. You know what I'm saying, and even then, I'm still on track to make the playoffs. My man, he's still fighting to get a playoff spot. So what are we talking about?
now? Let me ask you this: the fact that he called that he was going to get a 50, does that bother you at all?
No, I think I don't. Man, listen.
Do that make you feel like he's now became
See,
your number
here's
one rival now
yeah,
in that
is he
division?
on
I
your
guess.
hit list?
nah.
No, you
Max
Yeah.
is
like
my
him taking his
rival, bro.
personal.
Max is forever my rival. Like I don't.
Damn.
I'm sorry. It is what it is, Max. Like if I look at that division, bro, I'm really like, yeah, I respect everybody's game in that division, but if I'm looking at somebody I gotta beat, it gotta be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at nobody else as a real dire threat. Like I can't beat him. I can't climb
And
this
does that
fucking hill.
only come down to just division dominance, or is that just like
It's division dominance. It's like it's a personal challenge for me because like we'll
okay, I
be
understand
in
that.
like so many matches and be like, man, like you gonna climb this hill? I climbed the hill twice so far. You know what I'm saying? And that's what twice out of fucking probably eight or 9 times we played. So it's like. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I look at you like I look at Craig. Like, when I play Craig, I play him so fucking much. Like, whenever I climb that mountain and beat him, I don't give a fuck what he's talking about. I don't give a fuck. He say, oh, I let you win, man. I don't give a fuck none of that shit. The only thing that counts for me is the W. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hitting right back with his
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Oh my
Like,
god.
and that's just real, bro. Everybody else, like, I respect everybody in that division's game, bro. Like, everybody can build teams. Everybody got great teams in that division, bro. And I even said it before. My team was the weakest built team in the division
Well,
until recently.
What do
So I
you
figured
say
that
to
shit
guys
out.
that don't feel that way, that you had the weakest team in that division? What do you say to them?
I mean, who really felt like that? You felt that way, you can raise your hands. And, like,
I'm
I would
telling you,
say,
Snake definitely felt that way. But go ahead, we gonna,
ain't,
you know what I mean?
ain't feel like I had the weakest team in the division?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I would question and say who had it. Like he had the weakest team in the division the second year. That's because he had cap trouble he had to get out of and he tanked that year. Other than that, like I mean, shit from top to bottom, like his roster is built. Like if you ask me, Snake got the best team in the division.
Ouch.
I don't even think Max got the best team in the division. I'm not even gonna Max. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think your team's
Nah,
the third best team in the division, bro. I just
it's
think
just the
you're
way I
just
play
so
with
good at
pause.
coaching. I
Nah,
just think
I
you're
feel it.
just so good at
Cause
coaching
listen, I don't think I
and
got the
game
best
planning.
team. I don't got the best team in the division. I just use them the best. That's a flat
Yeah,
out. That's
that's
my
what I'm
flat out
saying.
truth.
Like,
Yeah.
but when we look at the division, bro, and look at it in totality, it is Snake, then it is Hitter. Me and Max, we might flip flop on third, but Max uses his team just the best. Like, we being honest, like.
That's new
But I
news to me.
mean, it is what it is. You know, people got a right to feel how they feel. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But,
That shit
I would
work.
say this: y'all do have the most interesting division amongst each other. When it comes down to, at the end of the day, what is it? What's my boy Falky's quote? Men and women lie, numbers and shit don't, right? So all you guys have been in the playoffs. All of you guys have
Let's not
came
forget
in second.
our 4-year playoff, our 14
yeah,
playoff. Oh
all
my
four of us
god.
made it.
Oh my
Like, that's what I'm
god.
saying.
Like
I can't discredit nobody's skills, and I would never go out my way to this. That's why I be taking the fifth that shit. Because I won't go out my way to disrespect nobody. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking outside of this division. I respect everybody in this division as a coach and as a team. So when I be getting them little shots, I be like, oh, really? Like, come on, bro. Like, we talking like that? Like you talking like you Max, bro. Like, I mean, that 50, like, come on, bro. Like, none of that shit matter to me, bro. I got one goal on my mind. I'm saying I'm trying to take this division. Until I do that, bro, this shit, everything else is a wash, bro.
So
Everything else is just talk.
do you feel like your next matchup with him, you need to put it on him?
Who, State?
Yeah,
No.
because of the shit talking, because of how he
Like, Snake.
how he pretty much said what he said. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win that game by 50.
Man, I don't like. Let's keep it real, bro. If Snake wanted to throw it out with me, he can't throw with me. He can run the ball. He lands on the goal line and he bully balls you. There's
And
not
just
too much you can do with that. It is
and
what
run
it
the ball
is.
the whole
Only
time.
way to no, he ain't run it the whole time. He threw it, but he ran the ball so much that when he did take them shots and threw the ball, it was like, okay, you got that. That was probably wide the fuck open because I'm so worried about fucking Cummins at this point that the shit's just there. Or you're running through 3 defenders, like, but like I said, like I know how to beat him. Like I got a butt balling back. Like that's just boring to me. Like I'm not gonna do that both games. The first game I did it, I butt balled him. I came out winning. You think I shouldn't have won, but I knew what I had to do to win. Like it's not rocket science. Like I don't gotta overthink. I'm not overthinking or nothing like that. Like, but
Well,
you know,
okay. So with that being said, and I'm gonna pass to Ant. Do you think that Snake is a top 15 player in the league?
Top 15. Top 15
top
though.
15.
Top
I wanted to
15.
start. I wanted to start broad.
I mean, there's people that say I wouldn't. I'm not top 15. That is what it is. I can't. Like I said, I'll never play into that, bro. I leave that to everybody else to decide that shit, bro. I always gotta be I'll take the high road on that one. I don't think he's top 5 or top 10 though. Let's keep
But
it
do you
real.
feel like the whole division is top 15? Our whole
Every time
division.
I
Do
don't
you
think
feel
I'm
like?
top 15 for. I ain't gonna hold you. Every time I
Oh,
don't feel
that's
like I'm
not the
top
answer I
15.
wanted.
Bro, like you, I mean, you want petty shit. Like I get you, bro.
No,
I ain't
I
a
want
petty
a real
nigga.
answer. That's just not the answer I want. Because I think you're a top 15 player all the time.
Wait, I
Every
missed that.
time
I missed that. I was talking to
That's
the
not what I
Hold
wanted.
on.
Oh
I
my
need to
god.
hear what the fuck just happened. I was talking to my the angel of the house, man, Mrs. Israel. The
Are you
older
listening? I
the
asked
older
him if
adult
he.
Mrs. Israel, Mama Israel in the building listening to y'all
Mama
right now too.
is.
They said, "What's up, Mama
I
is?"
still am. What's
Listening
going
to them
on?
arguing and shit.
She's,
Is Snake ass
I asked him if he thought
Snake
Snake was
Who's
top
Snake?
15.
Snake ass DC Snake eyes? The guy I told you is a party promoter, Jinky Promoters. Is he ass on the game?
call them junkie promoters.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I asked him though. I said,
My Snake gonna get on here like, oh come on, Mama is.
nah, for real. I said, is Snake top 15? He said, shit. I don't know. I don't play into that. And I said, well, is the whole division top 15? And he said, shit, I don't know. Man. Sometimes I don't even think I'm top 15. And I said, that is not the answer I wanted to hear. Like,
Nah,
flat out. That is not the answer I
Rob.
wanted
Let
to
me
hear.
ask you this though, Rob. Do you feel like? Let me ask you this: how often, when you playing a game and you get into your games, that you feel confident that you're gonna go into the game and win it? Like, do you play any game, any opponent in this league where you feel like, oh boy, it's gonna be a long day. I can't beat this guy. Do you feel like that with any of your opponents that you play?
Only time I feel like it's gonna be a long day is when I play Max. Honestly, if I'm being honest. Everybody else, I feel like it is what it is. I know.
So
If I stick to
why
The
is
my
that
game
league
not?
plan, I
or
don't
the
have
division?
turnovers.
Hold on. The league or the
No,
division?
I'm saying the league period, bro.
Yeah, I'm
League
saying the
period.
league. I'm saying the league. I was about to
The
say the
league,
species is
nah, it's
crazy.
just Max. Because even Craig, like I feel like I know Craig so much that game can
Oh
go
my
either way. Like
gosh.
I'll be down there.
it's a pure. Like when it comes to me and Craig, it's just a pure whose team is going to play the best for him. Like his team gels with him a little better. But I don't even go into games with Craig thinking like, oh, it's about to be a long day. Cause I know exactly where we want to go. It's just depending on if my team's going to respond to it.
So
But when
so
I really think about it, like who the fuck am I going to face off with? That's going to keep throwing me new shit, different wrinkles that I got to keep on my toes with. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, be precise as fuck on offense and shit like that. It's Max, like, if I'm being honest.
all right, and I mean I respect
Everybody
that.
else,
We all have those
no.
type of opponents, you know what I'm saying? Where it's that when you get into that game and you like this gonna be a long day, or it's gonna be a good game. I gotta come with my A game in that game. Where do you feel like from let's go from season one, right? Let's start there first. Let's go season one, where you know would you say, coming into the disc with the 3 first-round picks and the moves you made, did you set you do agree that you set the tone season one with the moves you made to start that season off with?
Yeah, definitely set the tone.
Um, how much of evolve did you see go between the Deshaun Watson days until where you at right now?
Shit. I mean, I feel like the same player for. I mean, I feel like I grasp the speed of the game better in this league. Like, definitely 10 times better, tenfold. Like, there's not a game I don't walk into that I don't feel like I could win. Even in games like where I play Max, I don't walk into that game thinking I can't win. It's just the fact that I just think like, I'm gonna have to do some extra shit. And sometimes I might overthink myself and really overthink the shit, and then that'd be the reason I lose instead of just sticking to my game plan half the time. But I mean,
This is what I'm trying to
I
ask.
feel
Like,
like
so
I can line up with him.
you had a run with Deshaun Watson at times. I was calling him, not just a top 5 quarterback in this league. At one point, I was, questioning, is he not the best quarterback in the league? He had like a 2-year run with him where it was like high completion percentage, and he was like second and third in the league behind, Sensei. Where I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I mean? And then the time surpassed where guys started to move and make trades. It almost seemed like the Giants were building his team around your moves to counter him, right? And then you saw Snake, with the Cowboys year one, 50 carried the death out of what's that running back? Ezekiel Elliott to a playoff run. And then you saw the blow up right after that season because, like you said, cap space and all that.
Right.
You also got Hitter over there who consistently keeps his team together, but does the right shit throughout the drafts. And he hand makes his guys. What I mean by that is he draft them and then he develop them on his roster. He doesn't really do a lot of trading. So while you had 3 teams trading and figuring it out and all kind of, trying to keep up to what each other's doing, you had Hitter still doing it his way, keeping up to what y'all was doing, but building it his way different. He wasn't going through the trades or the free agency. He was doing it strictly through the draft. Um, and then let's get full circle back to where when did the power shift happen? Um, from the comfortable days of, you took those 3 first rounds and turned it into gold, and bringing in Deshaun Watson and Jamal Adams and uh Humphreys and things like that. And then, when did the power shift, far as moves that was being made that put you in a situation where you felt like you had the worst team in the division?
Um, it really shifted that same season because if we being honest, like, yeah, I set the tone with it, but after a while, it was hard getting somebody to trade with me. Like, I couldn't bust a move, and then like the moves I could bust, it was like my team wasn't good enough depth wise,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of was like, you know what I'm saying, we dealing with, like, Snake's a legit GM. Like, he GM his ass off. Sometimes I don't know how he get the deals he get done, but he get them done. So I'm
Shit,
watching
I don't.
him ship guys the fuck out and bring in like 3 or 4 different players, a couple draft picks and shit like that, and eat up in the draft because he know what's coming in the draft. Max busts his moves. Max busts his moves every year. He don't give a fuck. Max is busting moves right now. Like,
Don't give a fuck.
so it was like I would say it had something to do with like my communication through the league. Like, I'm not as vocal or as, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not as social as everybody else in this division. Like, everybody else got camaraderie with the rest of the league. I'm not that guy. Like, and the guys I wanted to deal with me is the niggas in my division. Like, I put the tight end on my block, Snakes in my fucking inbox. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, you're not making this shit up.
so like, you can't make this shit up. Like, it's like,
I wouldn't
you know
say
what
it's
I'm
the
saying?
first year though, because the first year I didn't make any moves, and Snake won the division at 10-6. I lost. I won. I was at 9-4, 9-5, or something. I mean, whatever, like 9 wins and 8 losses, whatever the fuck the case was. Year 2, I got Russ week.
And that's when it came down. Year 2 is
I
when it
got
came down to me and
Russ.
you,
I
like,
got
toe to
Russ
toe,
week
and it just
4,
voted your way.
week 5 or some shit like that. Something like
Yeah.
that. And then I got DK after that at like week 10.
All right, so from the start of it always everything goes full circle back to year one with the 3 first round picks, and the things
Right.
you did, right? Then you got to a point in the league where you started to look at your roster like, man, I'm the weakest team to fuck over here, and something got to give. I got to do something. And the first move you made was you drafted the quarterback in the first round. You
Right.
started to bring some pieces in. Von Savage was in the building. Um, let's talk about drafting for a second. Let's start there.
Mhm.
From the time you felt you had the worst team in the league, what draft pieces did you bring in through the draft to help change that?
Shit.
And are they still on your roster now?
Everybody, well, first off, everybody I drafted is still on my roster. So if you look at my team now, you know what I'm saying, through hard work and shit like that, I feel like everybody eventually developed. Where I got stagnant was I could draft the pieces, and I didn't quite know what I was doing as far as build mode.
All right.
Like where I see guys, you know, Maxwell play certain people in certain situations, he understood that, where it would like supplement or not like that. My guys would sit on the bench, and I would think they would just grow through, you know, XPs, or I'll put them in the spots with the six places or whatever, and hope they would grow that way. Now understanding that you got to play them sometimes to get them a little bit, you know what I'm saying, get them a little bit further along. Like that's the part of franchise mode that I got stagnant on. Like, and I kind of over, you know what I'm saying? And in the ways I feel like D Hop and Deshaun Watson and all them pieces I brought in kind of handicapped me in a way, because I'm like, I'm so top heavy that why would I want to sub in this rookie and have him potentially make a mistake in a crucial game? And I feel like that's what really did it for me. Like, I'm saying, I'm so too worried about winning sometimes that like I watch guys like Folk, for instance. Like I seen him last night in the game. He wanted to see his defense, you know what I'm saying, like make a stop or a crucial stop. I want to see if they could make a stop. Like he ain't had to get Craig the ball back like what 19 or 15, 30, however many seconds it was. He had to get Craig the ball back. Like he could have ran the clock out. But like I don't put my team in those situations that I'm learning through watching everybody else play and watching how everybody else move. Now I'm like really trying to pay attention versus me just coming in, logging in the franchise mode, practicing. I practice with my team all day. I look at them just as much as Max, but I was just practicing and playing my games and not really understanding the true nuance of franchise.
So,
And that's what I'm grasping now. So
all right. So then you took the crucial. You drafted a quarterback to replace Deshaun Watson, and then the very year after that same draft, next draft class, you drafted another quarterback. And I think you don't have the same feeling about your team that you did 2 to 3 seasons ago. Uh, how important was it to get the golden child in the building, and why did you pretty much bet the house on that kid?
um, it was very important. Like we go back to my recent interview, my past interview. He just fits the mold of the style of play I want to play. So it's like it's a comfort.
Okay.
Like, and if I'm comfortable at the quarterback, like I said, if you got your quarterback, the rest of the team will just fall in place. And I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Like we're falling into place. Like I got the quarterback the 1 year, got a running back this year. My play style's starting to balance out a little bit more. I'm leaning more towards the run versus the pass. Like I don't feel like I always got to make this splash pass plays that would make with like a hop in the Deshaun Watson to keep myself in certain games. Like I feel like I could play a little bit more balanced football where it's not always, you know, throw it down yard. Like I could dink and dunk. I could run it. I could run with him. I could run with the running back. I could, you know, I could play my game. Like, and
Right.
when you play your game, it's a comfort level that you can walk in any game and you could potentially win. You know what I'm saying? Provided everything goes your way. Like, so I mean, versus this year versus the last couple of years, I feel like my team is like 100 miles ahead of where they were. Like, and I look at my team with a whole different confidence now. Like,
All right. Now that
so.
confidence, who won the Bills game? I see it went into overtime. All right. With that confidence, right? Where you at right now? Let's put all bets aside. Right now, you're in a situation where you have the Giants on a 2 game losing streak. Y'all both have the same record right now. You're would you say, the goals that you set for yourself are in front of you right now?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's in my hands. Like, I mean, I got a tough schedule ahead of myself, but I just got to look at it one game at a time. Like, he faced you today, he took his loss to you, and I still got to face you in 2 weeks. That's a challenge. I got the Bears who I still ain't beat yet. That's a challenge. Like, everything else, like, it's in front of me to. Like, there's no reason why I can't just put my head down, take it one game at a time, take my time, play my game, and see what comes out of this. But right now, we both 7-3, so the way I see it is the division's still up there for now. So,
All right, so Max, I refer to you now. So you the king of the castle, man. You're a Super Bowl champion. You have won this division 6 years straight. Um, in your division right now, who would you say is your most your most competitive team you play that you know that is a ball game you got to deal with? Who you respect the most, or even look at where you got to line up and like you got to line up and play your game to be able to win that game in your division. Is there, or
Um,
is there even anybody?
um, um. Okay,
This
I'll
pi-
start off
this
like
picture
this.
hot as hell. Chubb walking off the field, maybe his last season. Look at him walking off the field,
Oh shit. I'll
motherfucking.
start off with saying that I really always respect hitters' team building. I think Hitter makes some rough decisions down the stretch, and a little bit of him traveling has not allowed him to be all the way tapped in like I think he could be. Rob honestly gives me the most mental preparation before a game, as far as I know that me and Rob can get into a shootout, not because of lack of defense, but because of the ability to make adjustments and read and call things on offense schematically. I think that's why I can be honest with Rob, and like we have those post game talks that we have, because I respect Rob's game a lot, honestly. Division wise, outside the division, even if I was an outsider of the division looking in on the division, I would respect the way that Rob plays like the game. I think he makes some choice decisions too, but to like that's just the difference of a player. And then Snake is like, a person I just never really sleep on. People honestly talk shit about Snake. I talk my shit because Snake will talk his shit, but Snake's one of those two people that we just match up well. Like our games are never blowouts. That's something that's consistent as fuck. We never really air the fuck out of each other, no matter what. Um, we just match up. But like Rob definitely has probably the most respect out of the division to me, besides myself.
So is Rob the second best player in your division to you?
Yes,
Mm,
even though the records won't say it. Like I think Rob is the second best person in the division to me.
okay. All right. Now let's talk right now, man. You climbed the highest mountain, Super Bowl champion. Coming off that Super Bowl right now, how do you feel? Where you feel like you are right now as a team, having to defend this Super Bowl title? Is the hunger there to win it again? Do you feel like you're in a position to win it again? Or do you feel like it got harder since you won it?
I think we're in a position to get there again and then potentially win it. I just think we have to kind of mellow out a little bit. Like, we came off our Super Bowl high and we was hot, and we were getting away with a little bit of sloppy football, being hot. You got these guys, enjoying the new stadium, partying up late, stadiums closer to the city, they getting a little bit more, riled up and excited about the win, but um we're also, I would say, still steps away because of the simple fact that we're not scared to play young players. This stage of the game, although it is RDL season 1, it is season 8 in entirety. And I would go to argue, like back when Guns was saying one of the first real talks after the draft, some of these rookies aren't ready. We just making them look ready. And I think that's what it's gonna, I think that could be one of the things that cripple me down the stretch is my fear, my lack of fear to play rookies. So I don't know if we'll get away with another Super Bowl steal like I feel like we got away with last year, when we
Where
had that
did you
discussion.
where did you get like how do I ask this question? What made you confident in doing that? Pretty much being the person to blow his team up pretty much and put new starters on the field all the time. What made you comfortable and confident to do that?
I mean, I pay the respects that to it owes. I've watched you do it. I've watched Boone. I've watched Falk in instances do it. I've watched, just different guys do it in the short time span that I was here and be effective. Those guys, are either games away from bowls or, those were guys that were winning a bowl. Last disc dealing with like a dominance of T, I watched how people went different ways to attack being dominant. Falling games short doesn't still mean that they weren't dominant players. So I think just trusting in that process and seeing that it works and then putting the time in on the practice, like, the way that I fucking practice. So like I built all the relationships. Every time I was blowing it up, quote unquote, it wasn't really blowing it up to me. It was establishing relationships with players that I liked, disregarding the players that I didn't like, acquiring players that I liked, putting it all together. And to that one season where I really sat there and was saying it all season, I think this could be the year. And I wasn't even talking about Super Bowl. So when it just came into play and the cards just fell, everything just played out because of the trust and the process that I had been doing before. 6 seasons before I won in the 7th season or 8th season, whatever the case was.
All right, so when it comes down to the NFC as a whole, let's talk about some of the matchups that you face in the NFC yearly to have to be dominant, to be the team in the NFC, right? Um, you got a team like the Bucks, you got a team like the Bears, you got a team like the Cardinals, all in the mix, right? Um, and being in that mix, uh, where's the most? Where is the team that you? Let's do it like this. You took a loss to the Bears this year. It's probably been your first loss to the Bears since season one, I think.
1 or 2. Yeah, it's been a while.
Um, being another him being a Super Bowl winner himself. Taking that loss, how did you feel coming out of that game? Like, I want the blunt, honest feeling of you losing that game.
I felt like we've played this opponent. We've stopped them before, so I didn't think we did anything wrong. We just didn't make any plays to like assert dominance in that game. So we got into a back and forth shootout with a guy that's comfortable running his scheme. And like when it came down to it, he had the ball last. And then I had the ball last, and I just threw a ill-advised pick. Honestly, like my whole thing was really on myself. I threw 3 picks that game. We've been throwing picks all season. I threw a pick that a lot of people maybe would have thrown as far as like would have thrown the pass, but I put that hanging on myself hard because,
Did you lose
what
to
the
a
fuck?
guy? Did you lose to a coach in D West that can beat you, or you lost to a coach in D West that you lost the game? You beat
I,
yourself.
I personally feel like I beat myself.
All right, so let's slide over to your other rival in Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers. Let's talk about that rival. Um, you lost the game on a crucial 4th down. But in that game, you drove up and down the field, but your quarterback made a lot of mistakes in the red zone. A game that was televised, a game that was talked about, a game that had pretty much of interviews before the game. And would you say he's your biggest rival in the league right now?
Um, in a way, yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm only saying that because after that game, it was a 2-day run of y'all going back and forth at each other. So that's why I asked.
That's why I would say I would say in a way, yes. Yeah, I would say yeah. I would say yeah.
All right. So when it comes down to the conference over there, um, you climbed the hill twice, regular season this year and the playoffs last year over the mighty Cardinals to put yourself in a situation to win the Super Bowl, and then you come back in the regular season and was able to win that game as well. So how do you feel about one of the best players in our league, and your matchup with him. When is there confidence there that you can win it every time you play it, or just give me how you feel about that Cardinals matchup
When
now.
we see the Cardinals matchup, one, I'll say this, so it's not like stirred. There's confidence in every matchup that I've played. I don't look at anybody in this league as somebody that like I should lose to. When I picture the game and we loading up and like I'm picturing the Giants with the bigger score 100% of the time. Like there's not a game plan in my head that I don't think that we can go out there and win versus anybody in this league. But when we run into certain teams, i.e., like the Cardinals, we know that we have to basically damn near play to our standard of excellence and perfection. We cannot get the Cardinals is not a game where you be like, oh, they might give me, or they might fold for us, or we got to go up 14 and put it on them, and then they'll roll over. That's not the type of team that we think we're going to go against with the Cardinals, with the Bucks, with the Ravens, with the Broncos, the Bills, a lot of teams I don't think are just going to roll over on a 14-0 punch or a 17-0 punch. So like the Cardinals is a respected user and a respected coach as far as like, his ability to kind of stay always within margin. He never lets a game get ugly, respectively. Like I've never seen it. He's came back from Corey earlier, 28, 17 against me. He's came back 21 against somebody else. Like, yeah, he doesn't play the game that way. So I think every time we go like that, we know that every lead isn't safe. So we got to put it on him, pause, all 4 quarters until the clock hits 0-0. That's the type of coach we're going against and the team we're going against.
All right, so now that we talking teams and matchups and you know situations, you have another counterpart on the AFC side that's that did something you did, which is win the Super Bowl for the first time in Nano. Um, let's talk about why you didn't. Did Nano make you not respect his Super Bowl in some type of way?
No, it wasn't a lack of respect. Made me realize that it's not a like it was weird. It was like almost one of them like one of them like it was like a movie type Super Bowl, but not like in that it's fake or like couldn't be like real. It was just like you got to realize that your time could be any time, kind of. So like make it your time. All it takes is one game here, up another game next week in the playoffs, another game. Next thing you know, Super Bowl. Like you go on you go on win streaks all season, Jill. This is what I'm telling myself. You go on win streaks all season. Just do it in the playoffs. Like go
I
out there and
asked
just
that
win game
question
by game.
because I asked that
It
question
wasn't
because
lack of respect though.
not only have other guys, but I've heard you say it. Don't be a nano, win the Super Bowl, and then don't get back to the playoffs and anything like that, or get to it. Fuck predicted you not to win your division, and you were supposed to lose how many games again?
5 or 6 in discussion with him, I think. 5 or 6.
You at 3 right now. Do you think he is on course? I mean, your schedule isn't super easy, but you do have winnable games on that schedule remaining. Do you feel like your this year's Giants team can overcome that and say run the table? Because if he said 5, you're 2 games away from that.
2 games away. I think we have it in us. We just gotta we gotta snap this 2 game. And we gotta have some confident wins, not wins where we're having shootouts. We gotta have some wins where the offense, the defense, and maybe some special teams comes into play. Shit, we gotta have all 3 cylinders clicking because I don't think we've really had a game like that yet. And I think for us to be 7-3 and we haven't had a game where all 3 are clicking, along with play calling and decision making, the coaching aspect, I think that we're in a good place to go and go out there and win the division. Whatever that record looks like, looks like. I'm worried about the division more so than the record, if that makes sense.
When it comes down to the New York Giants being coached by Coach Max, what do what should we say about you and your team, or what should we say about you and your team? How do you see yourself?
Um, I think guys get caught up in like, okay, maybe like mimic ball or whatever the hell, or mini ant, whatever the fuck you want to narratively call me. I know this: when you play the Giants, I'm gonna bet that 85% of the league is not looking like, oh yeah, that's a win. So I think it's a respect thing. I think guys don't, as far as gameplay, I think that's why I would expect that it's at least a gameplay thing. I don't think guys look into too much on how I maneuver my team. I don't think guys respectively think that like, oh, my trades and my moves actually have an output onto what, you know what I'm saying? I don't think guys give that respect. Truthfully, I don't give a fuck, honestly. But I think that guys at least respect my gameplay and don't consider this an easy dub. So that's my honest opinion.
All right, so your legacy. What do you feel like the Super Bowl that you won has done as far as your legacy?
It's just put a stamp to the process is right. You put in the work that you put in. You get the output of the work that you put input, same type of thing. So like, it was about a year when I won my bowl that I've been in the league. Um, so I think it's kind of like the same shit with like, it's like the mini down version of Nano's, where like Nano put in a couple years and then he got his bowl and that showed like trust the process. I think mine's is like a mini trust the process. Like the guys that feel high about themselves and feel like they're one or two steps away. I was literally having that same conversation, like end of the Colts RDL type of thing. So I feel like when we had that, even like that other kind, I feel like my legacy is that I should be not okay with one. So I think guys, even myself, of course, included, are it'll come more when I get more than one bowl. But I think one at least stamps the like trust the process, put in that time. If you give a fuck, which we all do because we're on the game, put in that time, put in that work. YouTube, get a session, whatever you got to do. Stay up all night, 5 a.m. Whatever you feel like doing, y'all be doing it anyways. Stop making dumbass trades. Whatever you need to do, do your research, comic, study, whatever you want to do. Get your output out of it. Go win your bowl.
Man, all right. So let's continue the process and let's continue the conversation. All right. When you look at your team, right? What you built, the process. We said let's talk about it. We'll stay here and talk about it. Is there a player on your team that you consider one of the best players in the league, where you'll put him in a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 conversation?
Mm, uh, mm, 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 I think Elijah falls short of top five. So actually, no. Honest answer.
All right. So you're saying your quarterback falls short?
I think he falls short of top five.
Okay. So your quarterback is on the Super Bowl winning team. Um, Consistently been in the playoffs. Consistently been in the top 5 as a passer, throwing touchdown, all that shit, winning record, all that stuff. You don't consider him a top 5 quarterback in this league?
Um, no. Well, you said at that position. I thought you meant overall.
I'm talking about the
Oh, at that.
position. At
Oh,
that
yeah. Oh,
position.
yeah. At that position. Yeah, yeah. Still real talk. My fault. The title. Yeah. Elijah. Um, definitely feel like Elijah's top five.
Yo, Rock, you send Craig an invite?
Oh shit.
Um,
Uh,
I think a lot. Man, a guy's not gonna like this. I don't know. Elijah. I'll stick with there. Um,
yeah.
that might be it actually. Overall.
All right.
Mm.
So as a play caller in this league, where would you pitch yourself?
Um, Top 5 personal preference.
Top 5 play caller.
955.
All right, so Craig, I asked him will he put himself in the top. Will he put himself as a play caller in this league? He said top 5. Could you see that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's continue the process and talk about players in the league. Top at the top. Let's talk about the top players at their positions right now. And we're not going to talk about what guys did last year or the year before. We're talking about right now. So I'm on stats, season stats right now. Our passing leader in the league right now, 4,318 yards, is the second year player and Chris Evans at quarterback. He's 1 in passing right now. I'm gonna just go 5 off real fast. Herbert is 2, Ritter is 3, Murray is 4, Elijah Manning is 5. That's passing yards. Now touchdowns, same kid. Evans is 1. Ritter is second in the league, tied with Elijah Manning at 36 apiece. At 3 is Jerry Bradshaw, 34, and then Kyler Murray, Mike Weber are tied at 4, and then De'Aaron King with 32 at 5. Right. Now just looking at the yards and the touchdowns right now. This year, who would you say is your top 5 quarterbacks in the league, Max?
This year,
This year. And if you could do it 1 through 5, like start at 5 and then back your way back down to who's the best. Chris Evans comes with the numbers with a losing record. Ritter comes with the numbers.
I was just about to say no. Chris Evans might be. Let me start off with the guys that I know is in there: Bradshaw, Weber, Murray. Shit, I might put DT in there. I might put Golden Child up in that. I'm telling you, I don't think Elijah's having a top 5 year. This is obviously biased because I'm his coach, but I kind of got the right to say that compared to his numbers any other year at this point. Like, and DT is 7-3, 73%. I don't fucking know. What was that? 4 I named: Kyler, Weber, Bradshaw. What's Ritter's record? I don't fucking know Mike's record right now.
I don't want to come out. I don't want to come out.
I'll do
stats.
it. He just
I don't know.
Snake.
Ritter was making some throws, dog.
Yeah, I was about to say Ritter's playing really good ball this year, but and he's running the ball. I might put Ritter in there on the sneaky, and then maybe DT at 5, like, and then I guess the first 3 I might put Bradshaw, Kyler, Weber, Ritter, and DT. I might go just like that. Just that might be my 5 right there.
Say it again in the order.
Bradshaw, Kyler, Weber, Ritter, and DT.
Okay, your top 5 quarterbacks. So you got Bradshaw as the number 1 quarterback in the league this year.
Yeah, 9-1, doing the same old clean shit, keeping it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it how Bradshaw do.
Mm-hmm.
So and when he playing like that, and you 9-1, and you beat defending Super Bowl champion, you gotta bring in the optics with it. Then at that point, Super Bowl champion.
With 54 seconds left at that, go down the field and get the game-winning touchdown after he went down the field to get the game winner.
Yeah, then against the Cardinals, and then I'm saying like he
was that a Jerry Bradshaw drive? That's what I want to know. I didn't watch that. I didn't see it. Was that a Jerry Bradshaw drive?
From what I call, yeah, he trusted in the run. It was a Jerry Bradshaw drive because it still incorporates like the run, and that's not a shot, but that's Bradshaw at his best when he can incorporate run and pass on the same drive. It's a lot easier on that system and on that offense for that drive, especially with 1 minute and 3 timeouts. Like that's or 2 timeouts. I think that's a full drive. Like that's not we gotta kill and do, under pressure situations, possibly take sacks, hold the ball for too long, nothing like that. It keeps it right up in Bradshaw's alley. So I think it was a perfect drive, honestly, and a perfect situation for him. 1 minute and 6, 56, whatever it was, 2 timeouts.
Was that an answered all question drive? Like, was that his signature, one of his signature moments? And with 54 seconds to go, Remember,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cardinals went down
It
the field
reminded
really
me.
fast in that game to score to go back up by 4, and then
Hmm.
Bradshaw had 54 seconds and 2 timeouts to go down and score. He threw a touchdown pass to get the game winner. So
It
that is the
reminded me of the same drive against us when he did it with like 50 seconds, 2 timeouts, or 1 timeout maybe, or something like that, and he threw a touchdown to pull it into overtime. The same kind of feeling. So I definitely think it was one of those signature moments.
well, all right. So now we're going to stay with you, and I'll ask this question. I don't care about carries. We just want production right now. In the league right now, your top 5 running backs yards wise. Hal Streets at 1572. Javonte Williams at 1503. Tony Moody 1306. Joey Cummings 1288. And Ezekiel Stokes at 1283. They're your top 5 running backs yards wise. And let's look at touchdowns. Streets with 21. Walter Payton Jr., 1,000-yard back with 20. Jaleel Ruggs is 5 yards under 1,000 yards with 20 rushing touchdowns. Zeus, Zamir White with 17. Ezekiel Stokes with 16. I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. There go your 5 touchdown guys. Now, I tell you who's doing what as far as rushing yards and touchdowns. Can you give me a 5 right now in the league, top 5 running backs this year? And
Remind me that
they don't have to be the stat guys.
Zeus is at 5, at least, just on the board. Remind me, Zeus is there automatically taking the place.
So you putting Zeus, the diaper dandy for the Philadelphia Eagles, as the
This
number
year,
5 running back.
yes. This year, absolutely. At least. Like, I'm just putting him on the board so I do not forget about him. What I have seen out
Okay.
of him, at least 5.
All right. What?
Uh, I'm liking Stokes this year.
I can see that.
I'm gonna be real. I have not watched a lot of Browns, so you might have to chime in with me about Moody. Um,
Well, when you look at Moody, you go back to the yards right now, is in the way he's playing the game, he's very productive. 199 carries, he's averaging 6.6 yards a carry, 10 touchdowns. He's very productive. He uses him in the way he plays. You know, it's a really real West Coast style offense. Like there's a lot of check down. I mean, this team leads the league in first downs. Uh,
he has 500 receiving yards along with.
right, and they throw the ball to him out the backfield. Really, I mean, he's part of their system in throwing the football. And he also has, again, 6.6 yards a carry, 118 yards a game. I mean, he's effective this year. He's balling. He's pretty much, uh, got this team as one of the top offenses in the league.
Okay, I got Stokes, Zeus. Um,
When I played Stokes, when I played Moody, they both gave me the same problem. Somewhere between 4.2 yards a carry, somewhere between 20 plus carries, and they moved the chains the entire game. They were effective. They show in a sense where they couldn't, where the big plays wasn't happening. Like their 6.6 yards to carry and the 6.4 didn't show up against us, but they still were so effective in Nano winning that ball game because of Ezekiel Stokes, and for us playing in a dogfight game that I had to come back and win because of Tony Moody. So I think they don't have to be splash play guys and break 60, 70-yard runs. They can control the game through 4 yards of carry.
okay, I might.
You're
I
gonna
guess
face Tony. You're gonna face Tony this
I
week,
got him
and
next
you'll
week.
see.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta say I got him literally next week. So yeah, I guess I'll put Moody in there. For this year. I can't leave Street out because we're not talking carries, so I'm not gonna leave Street out. So that's 4,
So where we at?
and
You said Zeus.
that's
Where's Zeus at on this list right now? Here we go.
I put Zeus at 5 still. I put
He only got
for me,
146 carries for 1,031. He
yeah,
averages 7 yards a
that's
carry,
what I'm saying.
17 touchdowns,
He's
103 yards a
at
game.
5 for me, and
Okay.
him being a rookie plays into that at least. I put
All right.
Stokes. I put Moody at I might put Stokes at 4, Moody at 3 because of the receiving and what he's doing for the team. Street right now, I guess 1
Man,
until
Streets is the Panthers team.
yeah,
Period.
so Street gotta be 1 right now, and then I'm trying to look between Javonte and Cummings. Maybe
Why this cat? Javonte Williams is the reason why the Broncos
I was about
offense
to.
is so dominant the way it is. Like they go out there. If it's something consistent they got going on, is that kid.
It's Javonte. So I might put Javonte at 2 for this season because I mean what he's doing and what he means to the team and the effect that it has on the win loss record to a standpoint. So yeah, I'll go Street, Javonte, Moody at 3, Stokes at 4, and then 5 Zeus.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's go to the receiver position. We're talking about top players by position
Not your little rug.
this year.
Jeez.
Here we go. All right, so with receivers, you got to talk about the catches, the yards, the average per game, and the touchdowns. So let's look at that. Your top 5. 73 catches by Adrian Carmichael. All right, and to tell a story, you know, this team was unmanned for the first half of the season for the most part, and they just got a coach. So, you know, the coach, a lot of this stuff is computer stuff. But they do have a coach over there now. Boseman sitting at number 2 with 66 catches. Jalen Waddle with 63 catches, tied with Chris Olev. Running back, I'm not going to talk about running backs right now. David Bell, so that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and David Bell's 5. They're your reception guys in the league. And we got 2 teams with running backs up there too right now. All right.
This is hard. I can already tell this is gonna be hard. Fuck.
Receiving yards, Chadwick Boseman with 1920. Zach Bowman, 36 catches, 1,483 yards right now. Just think about that. 41.2 yards a catch right now, 134.8 a game, 19 touchdowns. Waddle, 63 catches, 1,472, 22 touchdowns. Chris Poole, 1,390, 35.6, 139 a game, 16 touchdowns. And then Bowman sitting here with 1,204, 31.7, 109.5, and 10 touchdowns. There are your top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At yards. Now we're going to just go straight touchdowns. And we're looking at 28 from Boseman, 22 from Waddle, 19 from Bowman, Chris Poole, 16, tied with John Jenkins, 49 catches, 1,092, 109 yards a game as well with 16 touchdowns. And then Fuck Back sitting here with 13. Oh, there be your top 5 right now. Now, I showed you the stats. I showed you who was doing what. Where are your top 5 receivers of this league this
First
year?
question: do tight end receivers, not tight ends?
No, we're not going. You know what?
Okay. If you're gonna do me like that, it's gonna be hard. I'm trying to tell you right now. Like,
I think I want to separate the tight ends. I want to give them their own
okay.
category.
All right. On the board, no order yet. Bowman, Waddle. The thing about Poole. Let me go check something real quick. Let me do my due diligence. All right.
While you looking at that, I'm about to go look at the league because we can hit that shit too. Hold on.
Okay.
The Bills played their game over, right? I'm unmuting Nano.
Yo, Nano.
That game was played already, right? They're done.
Yeah, that game is done.
All
Nano
right.
told me. Fuck. Who I say? Bowman, Waddle, Poole. I guess I gotta put Bozeman up there. Like I have to. I like fuck back. Fuck back. I like fuck back over the way the rookies step in. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna go fuck back.
At what number?
I'm gonna do the number now. Hold on, let me see. All right. Due to record and production on his team, I'm gonna put Poole at one.
Okay, so you got wide receiver Chris Paul at 1.
I,
Over all right, so you're going record wise over
Uh,
Waddle
yeah,
and
I think it's because I'm giving it to him because of the record. I think these stats come along with the win, so it hits a little bit. If not, I would really go Bowman too because 36 catches. I mean Bowman at 1 because 36 catches and almost 20 touchdowns is more than half the time you touch the football, you score touchdowns.
yeah, it's crazy.
As a player, that is crazy. So I I mean shit, I might give it to Bowman still, just because of that. Um.
I mean,
Nah, I'm gonna go
what's
pull
his
one.
record?
I'm gonna go
What's Bowman's
Mike
record?
6 and 5. Mike 6 and 5.
All right, so
I'm gonna
look,
go
let's
pull.
let's put this in perspective real fast. This man has 36 catches on the year. He's averaging 41.2 yards a catch, 134.8, and 19 touchdowns. Let's put that in perspective. But are you willing at 6 and 5 to say this is the best receiver in the league
That's
this
why I
year?
said I can't say it's the best receiver. I'm gonna go pull one. I'm gonna go pull one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bowman 2.
Bowman too? Okay.
Um, Waddle's high volume once makes me want to put him at 3 because they're 7 and 3. I think if I want to say they were, I think they were 6 and 5. I mean 7 and 6 and they might be 7 and 4 now. Excuse me.
Okay.
I want to put Waddle at 3 high volume, fuck back at 4, and then 5 be Bozeman because when this user is playing, this guy is one of the most electrifying players in the league right now. When he is playing, but when he's not active, it's stifling him down to 5. But when you look at the stats, you know when he's playing and kind of what stats have produced out of that.
All right,
So
so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm willing to put Bolin over Chris over get the fuck back right now. That's one. Waddle's
uh,
the best receiver in the league this year by far. Ain't even a question.
uh,
New quarterback, same results, and he is absolutely tearing it up this year, flat
but
out.
it would
22
cost
touchdowns,
though.
and I mean they say it's seven. He'd say 7 and 4. That's the cause with a brand new quarterback back there flinging it to Waddle right now, like nothing ever changed. I like Chris Paul. I get it. I like this is why I like Chris Paul. It's in the same light as I like Bowman. 39 catches, 36 catches, 39 and 16 touchdowns, 36 and 19 touchdowns. I love those stats. But they walk in touchdown guys, right? I don't think they're guys that need the high volume catches. They walk by guys. They're guys that just getting behind the defenses. And I'm not making that light, not light of it. Production wise, I think though, and
I understand that. Yeah,
Because Boseman plays here and there, and we don't really know what the fuck going on with this guy. There's no way I'm putting him in front of anybody right now. The numbers is crazy though. That's not act like these not crazy numbers right
that's
now.
why
But he
I
does
felt
what he
like I
want to
just had
do.
to slide him in at 5 just because, like, I get the Bolin thing,
The
but
reason why I'm saying Bolin is because we got a guy that don't pass the ball really at all. That's passing the ball right now. You got a receiver that's really, really playing at a high level. Now I'm not putting him in my top five. I'm just because I just don't got fuck back in my top five right now. I don't have him, and he's having a good season. But again, with Falk, the story always the same. This
I
is
mean,
not surprising. You see it all the
it
time,
don't
right?
gotta be surprising for it to be the that's what he's doing in a high volume receiver room where we would think Sheldon Warwick is the number one. It's not. Like it's fuck Bach. Like and Nanos where you say he doesn't pass a lot, but when he does, all of his passes is going to Bolin. So I mean, the production is like, it's argumentative in a sense, like where
Good.
fuck back is really in the sense of like in a
The
room
number the
amongst a room
but
amongst
look,
other
can you
guys.
call fuck back the number two receiver when there's no sighting of the number one receiver on this list? We're going to have to go all the way down here to catch that guy. Here you go. 32 catches, 851 yards, 7 touchdowns. So is Fuck back really the number 2 receiver on this team?
No, I was saying he's the number one when we thought Ward was the number one.
Right. And again, it goes back to me saying this is the same story with Falky. We understand what Falk do. Falk's doing that. Because if he wanted Ward to be the guy, he'd be the guy right now. Right? But he's doing that. He's building him. I like the numbers, but I just think when you look at, if Fuck back sit on the sideline today, nothing changes for the Cardinals offense, or nothing changes for them going out and win ball games. You got some receivers on here, they ain't on the field, they're not winning flat out, and they're that productive that
I
when they're
get
on the
that,
field,
yeah.
their teams are winning. That's what I'm saying right now, right? So you look at Bolin and you say if he's playing well, but I like him, but I don't love him. And here's why: because he's not catching the ball off without play action or throwing up a 50-50 when he's on fire. That's it. You're not going to respect Bolin, and he's getting numbers off of the fact that you got to stop that run game more than anything else, and he can sneak the crossing routes in and the go get it balls in, because guys are going to load the box up to play nano. They're not worrying about receivers until they get beat by the receiver. Then they got to think about it. Waddle, you're lining up worrying about him from the moment you see the Dolphins on your schedule. Period, right? No matter who, and he's doing it with a guy that we watching grow in this league right now. We're literally watching the development and growth of Derek King right now, and it's mainly because of Jalen Waddle. In my opinion, and look, 22 touchdowns for the guy that you go out to scheme. Everybody and their mama is scheming to stop him. We shut down Waddle. You shut down that passing game. Well, 63 catches, 1472, 22 touchdowns, 7-4 record. Um, this is Mike's problem. Zach Bowman is the guy until after the show is over. Now that we're talking about him, he ain't sneaking him up on nobody no more. You know it, and I know it. So my thing is, if Bowman continue to have the season he's having after this show, when we have 15 guys in the league watching, because I didn't post it anywhere else, right? Who's going to come into the game and allow him to sneak him by them all game long like he's done? Because this is ridiculous numbers right here. I mean, this guy 41.2 yards a catch. This is all
Yeah,
game.
like
I'm
this
throwing you,
is
yeah,
wild. Like,
wild
yeah,
numbers
like
right there.
I think
But
that's why I just had him at 2 because like I can't discredit that. Like
I'm
if
not
this was my
discrediting it at
if this
all.
was my receiver, I would argue that he would be 2 or 1. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if this was my
Really?
guy, if this was my guy and I was not with that record, with my record in a sense, I would be like this. I'll sleep. Like
But that matters though. That matters.
the record does matter. It does. That's why it was a 2 because his record is right under the Dolphins
So
with
Hoodie
this type of
said Hoodie
production.
said this. Hoodie said he only throw the Waddle. You see what happened when you take his ass out the game. He has. So is that why you saying Chris Poole is better is on your board higher than Waddle right now? Like in
I
the sense
think
of that?
Chris Paul's on my board in the sense of the record and his production in those wins that I've watched. I've got the chance to watch a good amount of the Bills games. He is a big part of the
Chris
reason
Poole
that
is the
they
number
win,
one receiver for the Bills.
but
Yes or no?
he's not the he's the number one receiver for the Bills.
So if you shut Chris Poole down, do you shut the Bills down?
I don't think no. That's why I don't think it happens. Like I think he will still hit you with Carter, and he has shown that he has no problem giving Sky more looks down the field or just in general. So like no. I don't even fully believe that Waddle is I don't all the way agree with Hoodie. I think Waddle is a big part of the offense, just as probably as big as Poole, maybe a little bit more. That's why you see 63 receptions. I think that's all out of choice though. I think he just fucks with Waddle. He throws the Waddle the fucking football. He just don't give a fuck. He being real. I just think
Nah, I'm not letting that. Nah, he gives a complete fuck.
I mean
Waddle
I
get the
think he don't give a
football
fuck
because
about.
Waddle is his guy. Waddle is the guy that is going to change the game for him. Waddle can get him belly out in any situation at any moment. Waddle is the guy over there. He has to give him the football.
Even when he's up, even when it's voice crack like a motherfucker. Even when he's up though, he throws Waddle the ball. That's why I say like I don't think he really gives a fuck because that's his guy. Like I just think he fucks with Waddle. He could be up by 14, he's still throwing it to Waddle, not because he needs it. He just wants to. I
I
I still
get
agree with
get
what you're
that.
saying. He gets
I
you out them situations, and that's why he leans on them. But like the high catches versus like a more balanced offense when you run into like or somebody else. Like I just don't think he cares.
Jalen Waddle is the Jerry Rice for the Dolphins. How he was for the Niners.
Yeah,
Yes or no?
yeah, he is.
So for me to call him a Jerry Rice for the Dolphins, that means he's been consistent every day, every year in this league. Consistently one of the best receivers in the league, right or wrong.
Absolutely, he definitely has been consistently one of the best receivers in the league.
Any team that played the 49ers while Jerry Rice was on the field had to scheme and wear about him all night long, all day, and during the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're doing the same thing when you play Waddle. Period. Whether you take him out the game or not, you're doing the same thing. Whether you've been successful to shut him down, same thing. But I could argue that nobody shut him down this year. Nobody.
I don't think so.
Go back to both of the Bills games. You tell
I'm
me his
I'm
numbers in
looking
those
at it.
games.
I'm looking at it right. The last one, 4 for 59, no touchdown. His actual only
That's the
game.
shutdown, right?
That's his only game, no touchdown game.
Only game without a touchdown, right? So that's a
Yeah,
shutdown. What was that score?
13-42.
42-13.
hmm
Last game they played, right?
That was the week 7.
All right, go to their first game, week 1, I think it was.
6, 127, 2 touchdowns, 59-14 loss.
All right, go back to your number 1 receiver in the league right now.
Pool.
Pool's number 1. Who's your number 2?
Bowman.
Bowman's number 2. Okay. Who's your number 3?
I said Waddle at 3.
Waddle at 3. Okay. Who's your 4?
I had fuck back.
Okay.
And then I threw Chadwick in there for
The 5, the fifth
5.
receiver.
Yeah, the 5th one.
All right, now let's stay in the same category, and this is the last category of the night before we move on to our next show when we come back to talk about the defenders and things. Give me your top 5 tight ends of the league right now. Can you even give me
Um,
a top 5?
I mean, I think obviously I start with 99 Reasons. Um, I don't really know where the fuck Bryce Moss is at, so like,
Well, activity is the reason why Bryce Moss ain't being mentioned
yes,
anymore. So he's out of that category, no matter how you slice and dice it. So I'll
yeah,
go. This is what I'll do. I'll help you out. All right. So 99 Reasons is right here, with 1,092 yards. The next tight end on this list is Shannon Sharp from the Steelers. 51 catches, 883, 5
I
touchdowns.
I don't play the Steelers too late. I don't have the privilege of
He
usually
thought, but
watching
his
a lot of
production,
Steelers
he
games.
thought. I mean, Moss is
Yeah,
here. 8. We gotta look at tight ends. Tight
I
ends
like
numbers.
I like Andy Pear for the Bears. He don't got a lot of touchdowns, but I think he's actually a really good tight end.
The
He's
Browns
kind of
tight end, 42 catches, 688, 6 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts is still playing, 44, 682. There's a lot of computer games, though. Andy Perry right here, 38 catches, 655, and a touchdown. You will have to literally go
yeah,
through
like
each team
it's
individually. Like what you'll have to do to see tight ends, you have to go like this. This is what you have to do. You have to go Bears. So just all fan. I mean, obviously, Reasons is the number 1 tight end in the league. I don't know if we can find it. Like I don't. This is hard.
I
This.
don't
I
think
don't think
it's
this
really
is.
worth.
I don't think we can find it right now. I think this is something we do off air and really look at the tight ends in the league numbers themselves and really like then come back to a top 5. I don't think we can. I just know outside of Reasons, there's you know Bryce Moss used to have that flair, but he don't play enough games anymore for him to have that flair. So it's really Reasons. Reasons literally is probably the number 1 receiver in the Bucks offense. Not even a probably is.
I was
But
about to
see,
say
I
I
say
might
I
say
say we do
is.
this. I say, we end now, and then we'll do an off air conversation of the tight ends and look at the
Hey,
numbers
Ant,
ourselves. Yo, bro.
what I asked you if you had to put tight ends with receivers, would you add him in the top five?
Yeah, hell yeah, I would right away, right the fuck
That's
away.
why I had. That's why I had to ask because it causes a problem because of the simple fact that
Yeah,
yeah, like
yes.
I
The moment we
yeah.
say tight ends and receivers, he's in that top five in my opinion this year.
Okay.
And he's been that way consistently over the years to be in that conversation as top five. Um, but like we would have to really look through the league, look at the tight ends to see to really get
To
a
even
top five.
finish the rest of
Yeah,
the two through
Yeah.
five.
yeah. So we
I
have
ain't
to
gonna
do
lie.
that. So what I will do is we will, let's take a quick glance at the two things. Excuse me, my bad. Let's take a quick glance at two things: the award race, and then this week's schedule. All right, and then we'll end the show off for that. So let's get back to the yearly award race. We start off with the Coach of the Year. Cliff Kingsbury is number one. Dan Campbell number two. Nick Sirianni number three. When you look at MVPs right now, Harold Streets. Hold on for a second. You already know who that is. All right. Hal Streets is that league's MVP front runner right now with Bozeman, Ruggs, Peyton, and Williams are your top five right now. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Williams is there, Bass is there, Moody is there, Stokes, and then Jalen Watt are your top five in the AFC. And NFC, just gonna be fast. Hal Streets, Bozeman, Ruggs, Peyton, and Cummings are your top five. Defensive Player of the Year races the $200 million man and Eli Berry from the same team, 1 and 2. Wagner, Swing is at number three. Swing Wagner, Sauce Gardner, the diaper dandy, sitting at four, and then Reeves Allen for the Cardinals at number five. And Reeves, listen, bro, the Cardinals find a way to get themselves a corner and bring them up through their system and turn him into that guy. And he's doing it again. I like to see that. AFC right now, you're looking at Rodney Harris, Isaac Taylor Stewart, the diaper dandy balling out, Jose Cuervo, Eric Bolden, and then Bubba Bolden is number five, another diaper dandy. So we got two diaper dandies on this list over here, with Isaac Taylor being like one of the top diaper dandies in the league right now. He's
Yo, bro.
balling. Offensive Rookie of the Year: De'Aaron King, David Bell, Desmond Ritter, Kenneth Walker III, and then Chris Olave are your top five in the AFC. And NFC, your diaper dandies on offense are Zeus Samir White, Christian Watson, Jermaine Martin, Justin Ross, and Bo Melton are your top five in the NFC offensively. Defensive Rookie of the Year: Sauce Gardner, Palamayo, Devin Lloyd, Jordan Davis, the big cat D tackle, Kobe Bryant from that same team, Philadelphia Eagles, are your top five. So he's got two on this list. In the AFC, you're looking at Isaac Taylor Stewart, Bubba Bolden at two, Brendan Riley Howes at three, Brad Hawkins at four, Derek Stingley at five, with the Bills having two out of the top five. He's shitting. Best quarterback in the AFC: Mon, Weber, Minor, Wills, Ray Wills, oh shit, and then Braden Stanton are your top five. And in the NFC, your top five quarterbacks are as follow: Bradshaw, Stockton, Doolittle, Evans, and Murray. Best running backs in the NFC: Streets, Ruggs, Peyton, Cummings, and White. And in the AFC, you're looking at Williams, Bass, Stokes, Moody, and Danger at number five. Wide receivers in the NFC and AFC are Waddle 1, Bowman 2, Poole 3, Bolin 4, and then Cardaro winners at 5. NFC, here we go. Boseman, Fuck Bop, Dorian Parker, Anthony Harvin, and then Marquise Hollywood Brown is at 5. Offensive lineman, Clay Oates, Dean Bailey, Dave Middleton, Sean Fowler, and Tristan Wirth as your top five. In the AFC, your offensive linemen are as follow: Pat Falk, Ben Grubbs, Holiday, Byer, and then Kyle Lewis. Defensive line as follow: Quavo, Bowden, Nick Nasty, Colt Young, and then JD Green as your top five. NFC, you're looking at Pat Teller, Montez Sweat, veteran. Oh, cool. Thanks, babe. Did you like it? Yeah, me too. Dwayne Johnson, Miles Garrett, Khalil Mac's little brother, Kenny Mac G. It's funny because you got a whole bunch of veterans on here. Montez Sweat with no ability sitting at 2. Miles Garrett sitting at 4. And at 5, you got, Kenny Mac Jr. Shout out to those guys. Did I do AFC D line? Yep. All right, linebackers in the AFC: Jermaine Wilder, Evan Ware, Roy Grant, Chaz Surratt, and Johnny Wilson on your top 5. And the NFC, the linebackers are as follow: Wagner, Geo Burns, Micah Parsons, Ben Strong, and then Earl Woods are your top 5. Best DBs in the NFC are Christian Irons, Eli Berry, Sauce Gardner, Reeves Allen, and then Brahim Wagner. There go to Wagner, boy. And pay attention to Solo Savage, bro. He's a monster. He's a tweener that plays everywhere on the defense, and the Cowboys do a really good job of utilizing this talent. He's going to move up on this list, in my opinion. AFC DBs are as follows: Rodney Harrison, Deion Harris, Rashad Wild Goose, Anthony Israel, Isaiah Pitts are your top 5. Keep a watch out on Bubba Bolden. Another one of those guys I think can move up this list. All right, so then your award race that's going on right now. Let's look at the matchups right now. Max, you still there?
Yo.
All right, so we got some matchups coming up right now. All I'm going to ask you is this game important or not? That's it. Like, I want to know if it's important to you or not. Simple as that, right? And then in that process, and when you say important, is it game of the week, must watch, game of the week, or must see? All right.
Okay.
All right. Packers football team, I would say no. Rams Saints, I will also say no. Browns Giants.
Important game. Must see. Good matchup.
Why is that?
6-5, 7-3, 2-game losing streak. Back end of the schedule, back end of the season, I should say, for everybody. Kind of like you want to
I think
round the corner.
playoffs is on the
Crunch
line in
time.
this game.
Yeah,
Both
crunch time.
teams.
Yeah, crunch time. Yeah, this is like crunch time game. Like, it does a lot for both teams to win this game.
All right. Chargers Chiefs, I would say no. Bears Vikings, no. Broncos Titans, no. Eagles 49ers. Here we go.
Important game, actually. Important game.
I don't think it's a must see, but I definitely think it's an
It's
important
not a
game.
must see, but it's an important game.
More
Yeah.
important for the Niners or the Eagles?
The Eagles.
I agree.
I think the Niners have cut it off almost, but we don't know. He's just been actually just missing. Actually, we just schedule change, things like that. But yeah,
How about Steelers Dolphins? I'm gonna say something here. What do you
trap
think?
game.
Exactly. I ain't gotta say it. Trap game. Why is this a trap game to you?
Dolphins like to air it out. I checked the Steelers don't like that shit. They blitz, so gotta be real present with your quarterback versus a defense that's fucking playing pretty good. Actually, don't let their record get it fucked up. And then on the flip end, Dolphins have to go against a team that runs a lot like Nano, but are they ready for the type of running that Pittsburgh is gonna do?
Yeah, because this Pittsburgh team don't they use their quarterback, they roll out, they do a whole lot of move in the pocket, they
Yeah,
wildcat you, they run their running back, and they love their tight end. But the problem is the Dolphins don't face this coach a lot. It's not a lot of
that too.
familiarity
Yeah,
there. So I think that's what makes this more of a trap game. This game is dangerous because he has that rookie quarterback over there still playing. And at any moment in a game like this, when the team not successful and that DDA kick in, that quarterback can struggle, in my opinion. So this is a trap game for the Dolphins. I agree. I don't think it's a must see, must watch, or important. It's just a trap game. Ravens, Cowboys. Is this the game of the week?
I won't say. I won't say game. Wait. Let me look. Shit. It might be low key. Am I missing the game? Hold on. Hold on.
I done ran through the whole schedule. Let's go back. Packers football team, Rams Saints, Browns Giants, Chargers Chiefs, Bears Vikings, Broncos Titans, Niners Eagles, Texans Raiders, Jets Patriots, Bucks Seahawks, Falcons Cardinals, Steelers Dolphins, Jaguar Lions. Jaguars ain't remember he's on he pretty much on vacation right now, moving, so he's not gonna be playing that game. That's
I might say game of the week. Yeah, I might. Yeah,
Ravens
I might say game
Cowboys,
of the week.
Bills Bengals. I can go as far as saying this is a trap game for the Bills too. The Bengals.
Yeah, it is. To me, it is a little. Don't see him a lot. Not a bad coach at
It seems
all.
like the
And
good teams are playing a lot of off-brand teams this year. Like it's like the matchups are good teams versus guys with not good records.
yeah, it's a little weird.
So I go back to maybe this is the game of the week, Cowboys Ravens. I don't see how it's
Yeah,
not.
it might be the game of the week just for that, like for that reason, to match up the firepower. I would say game of the week. Um,
This game is important for both teams, but I think the Cowboys need this one. Mm-mm-mm. So we got two trap games and two very important games. Three. We got two trap games and three very important games. You said Browns. I honestly feel the same way. Browns Giants is a must see game
it's a
with,
must see
with
game.
with high importance to it. 49ers Eagles is a important game, but it's not a must see. But it's very important for the Eagles more than it is for the 49ers. I don't know if any other of these games are trap games outside of the Dolphins, Steelers, and Bills, Bengals game. The rest of these games, I don't really. Maybe could the Seahawks be a trap game for the Bucks here?
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
Watch
Bucks
this.
just came off.
I'm
Bucks just
call.
came off a really big win.
I'm calling it right now. Seahawks will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they play this game. I'm calling it right now. The Bucks will lose to the Seahawks and gonna kill himself. He's gonna jump off a bridge after that. I promise you. He
I,
gonna. I know he heard
I,
me too. Ray lose. Why he
I,
got there try to put 90 on this motherfucker? He gonna lose to the motherfucking Seahawks. Where Falky at? You still on Falky? You calling that with me? Bucks lose to the Seahawks. Who want to put anything on that right now?
I refuse to.
I wish you would be stupid. I'm betting.
Uh, real shit though. The Steelers and the Dolphins really could be a trap game. Bills Bengals definitely could be a trap game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Bucks ain't going. He ain't gonna go on this Seattle on 12th man and lose that. I'm just talking shit. But I like this Bills Bengals game, and I like this Dolphins Steelers game. And because they're trap games, I'm deeming them must watch games too. So I think we got a few must watch games with the Ravens and the Cowboys being the game of the week. Fellas, good show. Everybody that tuned in, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope you hit that like button, even without me giving out a gift or anything. Hope y'all still hit that like button. Y'all's getting better. He turned them 5 picks into 2 or 3. He'll be good. Yep. Yes, sir. I agree. Definitely agree. All right. Now, with that being said, man, please hit that like button. Holla at me when you holla at us on the other end. Yep. I got you. I'll hit him up.